Hey guys, ConnorTsunami here. Tonight, I'm here with Jazz from, what's the name of your channel?
I forgot the name. It is Jazz in Japan, or Jazz Comics, either one works.
Today's video is about the importance of Japanese in use of everyday life in Japan. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to look at two separate viewpoints on this matter. There's mine, the viewpoint of someone who actually knows Japanese, and Mr. Wavy McSmiles here, who doesn't really know any.
Fuck, not at all!
I find it quite important for me to know it because I have to deal with most of my own affairs myself, like with mail coming in. I have to talk to people who are trying to fix things like maintenance and stuff. So I find it necessary, but that's only because I am in positions where I have to use it, whereas at our school and such, there are lots of people around who don't need it. And in cities and stuff like Yokohama where we live, it's also not particularly necessary because a lot of people, while they don't understand English, they do understand the gestures that are quite, kind of important to at least know so they can communicate with foreigners. So what's your view on this?
My view is, fucking, I don't know, Japanese. So when I go into a store, I'm really confused and I need to ask for stuff. So I'm asking for lotion, because I need lotion, because late night, my skin gets dry, so I need to put lotion on. Yeah. And so I'm looking for lotion. I'm I'll pick up a bottle and it'll say moisturizer on it, and I'm moisturizer means different things here, cause it can either be fucking body wash, or it can be moisturizer.
Really? Because I've never picked up any body wash that ever said moisturizer on it.
They say moisturizer, the
really?
Dove, the Dove ones, the Daily Dove ones, whatever,
okay.
The white bottles.
Yeah.
They say moisturizer on it, and when I first bought it, I was like, oh hey, lotion. It was not lotion. So when I was putting it on my face, on my hair, it was, my hair got all soapy and shit. I was like, this is not what I was expecting. No. So yeah. I pick up the bottle and I'm like, sumimasen, nan desu ka? And they're like, moisturizer, body wash. And I'm like, body wash, it says moisturizer on it.
Yeah, see, I don't use Dove products, so I don't really know all this stuff, because I use, I don't remember the brand of the products I use, but the body wash I use, I still haven't used up the stuff that I had from when I came over here, so I'm still using products from Australia, but the shampoo and stuff I use, I once got the conditioner and shampoo mixed up. Granted, that was my own fault because I didn't read before I picked it up because the bottles look the same, but it is easy to make mistakes here, so asking questions can always be a big help when it comes to trying to work out the differences between things, but you can't really ask too easily in Japanese, can you?
Freaking hell no.
Nah, so
yeah, and then the thing is, lotion is not lotion here. It's not even moisturizer. It's called skin milk. That's what it's called. I shit you not. It's called skin milk.
So that's one example, but do you have any others where it's come up where it might have seemed like it would have been really important for you to know, but it wasn't actually all
I got lost! When I first got here, I was walking around, because I was like, okay, I gotta turn this way, and I got lost, and I was like, I don't know where to go. So I asked the person, I was like, Yokohama Design College, which is where we go, and he was really confused. He was like, Design College? He was like, I don't know that
Probably
word.
Because you didn't use the word gakuin.
Yeah, I didn't use that. That one word threw him off, and I was like, well, thanks anyway, sir. We'll see you later. And another time was when the Hanami festival thing, not festival,
Yeah, we were looking for a Hanami, a sakura viewing thing going on from with the company that we were with, Gogo Nihon, that was hosting it, and we couldn't find them.
It wasn't that one.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, it was the other one.
Oh, right.
You remember?
Yeah, the other one when we went with that class. I was having trouble remembering. I didn't know which one you made because you said Hanami and not specifically which one.
the one at our college.
Okay, yeah, we went out with the entire school on the very first day of school for the second half of school stuff. And the three of us, me, him, and one of our other friends, Mirella, we got lost on the way out, and he decided to sprint up the street by himself.
I swear to God, I saw them make the turn, and I was like, well, oh shit, maybe I'll catch up.
Well, oh shit, it was maybe I'll catch else.
Up. But hey, I got lost.
He got very lost.
I got very lost.
Me and Mirella stopped me, because I stopped, literally just in front of the turn, that we had to make, and Mirella noticed it, so me and her went up there, because we can't, he's a lost cause. So, we walked up there and we're like, Well, we hope he's okay. I hope he actually gets here because he's not been here for a while now. So we waited and we waited. He turned up eventually.
Like near the last 20 minutes of the thing.
Yeah, but did you actually have to ask someone for directions?
I asked so many people for directions.
Okay, but then again, you didn't actually know the destination to begin with.
Freaking hell no.
No, none of us actually knew where we were going specifically, so that's why we got lost, because we got left behind because we stopped to get something from a combini, which was allowed, but everyone left before us, so we missed everyone else. And he decided to run off and separate himself from me and
No, I swear to God, I thought I saw him. I saw him.
Well, you was wrong.
Right hand to God, I thought I saw him.
Yeah, well, you was wrong.
I was a wrong person. I was acting like a basic bitch, but I was wrong. And I had all my stuff. I had my onigiri. I got 3 of them, and I had a shrimp roll, and I had my milk tea, and I was like, this is the fucking shit. I'm so ready for this shit. I'm gonna go watch me some hanami. Gonna watch the sakura leaves fall off, and
then no, you ain't. You're gonna get lost.
No, I ain't. I get lost, and I'm like, well, shit. I'm gonna ask people. I walk up to this person that I thought was one of our classmates. So I was like, Yokohama Design College student, and they're like, Yokohama Design Gakuen? I was like, yes, and they were like, oh hi, they're just pointing in that direction. I'm like, that's not what I asked.
No, but it's where you were supposed to fucking go. In the end, wasn't it? Because you ran way past where we were meant to go, and then you noticed the sakura petals on the ground.
Yeah,
right?
the sakura petals were falling. They were just do 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 do, and I was like, gotta follow that path. And they literally led me to where we're supposed to go. But beforehand, I was walking around asking a whole bunch of people Yokohama Design student. They're like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Okay, but me, I've had instances where where I was living in not Yokohama, Toyama, last year, Toyama Prefecture, where I got messed up by the fact that I couldn't speak Japanese several times when I needed to explain or ask questions. Not only out and about, but even in school, when I wanted to talk to people, I had to ask questions about where something was or what we were supposed to do to classmates, and I couldn't. And it actually got me in trouble a few times. When I had classes and such, classes had changed and I couldn't ask and no one had told us, so the international students, including myself, there were 3 others at the time, we had no idea where we were supposed to go for our classes. We had no idea what was going on. No one told us. We had no idea that we were supposed to find out or how we were supposed to find out. So, yeah, it does mess you up a little bit. So, it all actually really depends. Despite what we've said, it all depends on kind of where you are living. Places that are really big and lots of tourists go to them, like Tokyo and Yokohama, it's not quite as necessary because, foreigners come in and out all the time, so people tend to know English more, or they deal with foreigners more, so they deal with the whole gesture system a lot more, and it's a lot easier to communicate with people in those places. But places like Toyama Prefecture, which is a little bit further out, and anywhere that's not really used to handling tourists and such, you'll notice that they also they find it a bit more difficult to handle strangers and foreigners, and that they can't really explain so easily in English or at all to foreigners because they just don't know how to deal with it. What do you have to say about it in closing?
In closing, honestly, you better learn Japanese, cause this shit gets confusing.
If you were to say if you had the option between trying to live in Japan with your level and trying to live in Japan with my level, which do you think would be easier to get through with?
Fucking his level, of course. I have the most difficult time going to the store by just trying to find some shit. I can't describe a few things. When I got last, I was talking about at the park, I actually went up to a few cops and I was like, Yokohama Design College, and they were like, Gakuen? I was like, yeah. And they were like, oh, it's that way. And I'm like, Hanami, Sakura, viewing. And they were like, Hanami, Sakura. They were like, and I was like, thanks. That helped me nothing.
But you found it eventually. So
yeah, I did find it eventually.
But it does, if you're a tourist, it doesn't matter quite so much. It doesn't matter because you're not going to be here long enough for it to matter too much, because you're not really going to get into situations where it's required too much. But if you're planning on coming here for an extended period of time, the more you know, the better. It's not really a necessity as such, because you're probably coming here for an extended period of time to learn Japanese. But if it's for work or something, it doesn't hurt to know more. The more you know, the better. But as we've said before, Jazz is actually getting through life like okay as it is with like very limited knowledge of Japanese, and I'm getting through it like just fine. Well, actually, it's a little bit tough occasionally with some things, with my level of knowledge. But the more you know, the better. That's pretty much the crux of this. Is the more you know, the better. It's not a necessity. It doesn't hurt to have a necessity. So the more you know, the better. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. This has pretty much just been our little spiel on, how necessary Japanese is actually in Japan for foreigners and such who are here. So basically, if you're coming over for a trip, it's not really necessary, but if you're coming over for an extended period of time, I recommend you learn as much as you possibly can and try and get by on what you know. Thank you everyone very much for watching. Jazz.
Swagalicious,
expialidocious, and I will link his channel in the information box below. ConnorTsunami, signing out.
Swagalicious, expialidocious.